Welcome into Wednesday's edition of NBL Now. As always, it's Players Edition, and I've been chasing down, he's one of the hottest men in the league right now. It just happens to be an old championship teammate and friend of mine. Casey Prather from the Brisbane Bullets joins me. CP, you're not alone this morning either. You going to introduce everybody right now?
Yeah. This what's up, man? Thanks for having me first and foremost. But this is Lil Deuce, Lil CP, the real CP. Took my birthday, took my family, took my wife, took everything. So it's the new CP.
Well, it's lovely to see it again. We're big fans. Everybody in the NBL is big fans of the Prather family, so it's only right that he joins us here on NBL Now. Let's get stuck into it because, as I said, you are one of the hottest players in the league right now. Last 3 games have been exceptional. How are you feeling overall? Because it's been a long couple of years for you, but this is the Casey Prather we all remember, and it's fun to see back in action.
Yeah, man. Feel blessed, to be honest. Like you said, it's been a long couple of seasons of trying to get back to playing well, doing my thing. I'm sure, getting some wins, to be honest. So, yeah, man, I feel pretty good. I'm happy about, the results that we've been getting lately. And it's been a great feeling just to go on the court and being able to, score some points.
We'll talk a bit about the Bullets' journey so far this season because there's been the ups and downs and clearly coming off the best weekend so far and trying to build towards the back end of the season. But just on you, and again, for those who don't know, that what you've had to overcome with the injuries has been pretty significant. And I touched on it a couple of times. When it all happened, let's go 2 years ago, there was potential that you would never play basketball again. Is all of that making you even more appreciative of what you're experiencing right now?
Hell yeah, exactly. That's exactly the thought process of it. To be honest, I was sitting there talking to my wife about how, we were thinking about, hanging up the towel. She didn't really want to see me get hurt like that again. I didn't want to be on the floor like that asking random people for help. So being able to, at first do that and then being able to just get to a point where I feel good physically walking off the court. And first and foremost, that was the biggest thing for us, just being able to walk off the court and feel good about playing basketball.
When we go back to last year when you joined the Bullets in the back half of the season, everybody kind of understood what that was for Brisbane, where they were at, what they were building towards. When you got back on the floor, how did you feel? Did you think in your mind, okay, I've still got a little bit to go. Let's just get through this season. We'll get the off season, and next year I'm going to have a real crack. What was going through your mind when you finally got back on the floor?
I felt when I first got back on the fourth floor that, the same shots that I'm making the last few days were the same shots that I was taking early. So I was never really too concerned with the production that I was going to bring on the floor. It was more so about when it did drop. And I think I said that to my wife a couple of times because she's a competitor and, we go back and forth about basketball and stuff like that a lot. And I was just saying I'm not really tripping because these are shots that I take, it's shots that I can make, and it's only a matter of time before I start dropping.
Well, you also have a phenomenal job in the NBL and the media coverage as well. I have to ask this because you mentioned her a couple of times now. Did you have, when was the conversation of, hey, if I'm balling out at halftime or before the end of the game, if we're going to have a conversation? Because it seemed like that was so professional that it might have been spoken about before.
I mean, she spoke about it. She only talked about it the day before, but she said that she had to do before the walk-in interview, the beginning part. We didn't know we was going to get the halftime interview together because obviously had to play well. But yeah, so she was just just keep it professional. Don't say any kind of things that get me out of character. It was very hard for me because I want to joke and just say something crazy, but yeah, I didn't want to get her in trouble with her job, so I kind of. It cool.
Well, you've ticked off the first professional box. Next time, the way you keep playing, we'll allow something to cross the line a little bit, but the little one on your lap as well. Having all of this being back in Australia, being back in Brisbane, back in the NBL, as a father now and a husband, how is this whole journey going for you? Because it just looks like the happiness continues to flow on and off the court.
Yeah, man, being a dad, being a husband, that's probably the best things that I could have ever had happen to me in my life. So it just makes basketball in my day-to-day life so much easier when we have a family come back home to that you really embrace and really love and really want to be there with. So Yeah, I feel like once I play basketball, that's just the easy part. I'm still thinking in my head, like, when can I get home to my little fella and, take care of him and see that smile right there. So, uh, yeah, and I think it's just definitely taking my life to a new elevation.
And we can clearly see that translate in all facets, and we love to see it. Talking about the Bullets, and we've spoken about the ups and downs so far this season, but clearly that was the best round so far in NBL 25. What impressed you the most about the team's performance overall in the big wins?
Just the fact that, we remain disciplined to who we want to be, our identity, especially like on the defensive end. We still gave up a lot of points, but we played a way that we knew we were capable of playing. The second thing that impressed me the most was just the fact that everybody was contributing and everybody was getting involved. Everybody was, hungry to get the wins and get, I think ticking over a little bit more. And like I said earlier, it's a team of like hunger. Everybody on the team has something to prove. Everybody has like ambitions for themselves, ambitions for the team. So it was very good to see that translate in the game.
You've been a professional for a very long time, but I'm not sure you would have been on a team or involved in a game where 4 players scored over 25 points. That just doesn't happen in many professional games. Did you know at the time? I mean, I know there's a scoreboard in John Cain Arena, but that's impressive. And again, we're seeing this. Harrison's having a massive season, but Bateman and Keandre Cook especially as well, having really good numbers.
I mean, to be honest, I've never been on a team where we did anything like that. And to be honest, I knew that we could do it. I knew we were capable of doing that. But like you said, that stuff like that never happened. So I was more so in the game. I was playing, but I was also like a fan, being able to move to watch everybody just go crazy like that. And after the game, I was just so hyped. I couldn't even like really like bring myself back down to earth. Just not only because of the win, but just the fact that how we did it, how we went about it, and how everybody was involved. So it was just firing me.
You did it as well against what used to be your home fans of Melbourne United. And then a couple of weeks before that, you went over to Perth, had a 30-piece there against fans that used to be supporting you as well, and clearly are still a fan favourite. Does it feel different going into those venues and having a game like that for a team you used to play for?
Uh, I guess it does, to be honest, because, you always going to go back to where you came from and, play well. But I wasn't thinking out going into the game at all. I was more so just thinking about scooping, being aggressive and letting the ball do. But after the game, of course, you always hype. It's always a get through and go on and go back to your own front court and, go great.
And it's crazy you did. And speaking of crazy, an old teammate of yours and someone who you've had a lot to do with over the past few years, Bryce Cotton, he's on a worldwide heater right now. When you're a student at the game, you've played with so many big talents, but watching him, not so much when you're playing against him, but maybe in some scout film or some other games you're watching around the league, it's pretty fun to watch, isn't it?
Oh yeah, man! Shout out Bryce, man. That boy is just doing he's doing unbelievably crazy right now, and it's insane to watch. It's as a fan of the game, you love to see that, especially because I know him personally. I know how good of a guy he is. So, and I know like everything that he's doing right now isn't even forced. So he's not even forcing the issue. It's just kind of like just naturally coming to him. So that just make it even better just for me watching him, because it's like, man, you just scored 59, and I know you really score 81 in the game. And it's just dope, man, because, he's an unbelievable scorer, unbelievable talent, and it's really fun to see.
The big game for you starts this weekend. You got a lot of doubleheaders coming, but the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix game in particular, this is two teams who they've had their tough times at the start of the season, but are really probably playing their best basketball. Big opportunity for the Bullets. What are you expecting against the game with Southeast Melbourne, who look like they're probably playing their best basketball too?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very good game now. I think it's going to be very intense. I think they're going to come out with a lot of confidence, and as this year, they've been doing a lot of good work as of late. So I know they're going to come out swinging. We're going to come out swinging. So I anticipate it to be a pretty tough game, tough environment for them to come in and play in. But the way they're playing defensively, we just have to be smart and understand that they're going to try to get out there. So just taking care of the ball and just get into our sets as quick as possible. But I think it's going to be a hell of a game.
It's going to be a fun game to watch. There's a lot of big games coming in this round, but I'm glad that I have you here because I want to ask you this in particular. You've been in the NBL before. You've had success in the NBL before. You understand how tough the league is, how tough the season and long the season can be. We're seeing right now Brisbane Bullets, Southeast Island Phoenix, Tassie, they're in a bit of a hot patch, whereas New Zealand and Adelaide are going the other way. How do you kind of get out of it, or how do you stay level-headed, understanding that, yes, it's 28 games, but there are going to be highs and lows in an NBL season?
Yeah, man, just understanding that these games come quick. You don't really have too many opportunities to be soaking up or to be thinking about the last game. After you win, after you lose, you have to get back to the drawing board and get right back to it. So that's a good thing about, our schedule right now is we have a couple of doubleheaders, so we don't have a chance to really evaluate us. We just have to pretty much stay in to who our makeup is, our DNA is, and then go out there and perform. So that's a bit better for us anyway. I think we thrive a little bit more in that situation because, practice is long. We have guys who's injured. So, we don't have too much time to waste right now. We don't want to waste too much time. So, I guess for any other team in the league, it's kind of just like, well, no, what's next? It's a short-term year. The league is cooking in a lot more, most leagues, so we don't have time to dwell on anything. And, yeah.
Justin Schuller did talk about how you're looking forward to playing double headers, and everyone was saying, man, it's different. Obviously, you've got to look after your bodies, both mentally and physically. But as you just said, and we need to hear from players don't want to practice. They want to play. If they could play all the time, they will.
Yeah, we want to play, man. We want to play. And to Schuller's credit, he has been, everybody has been kind of pushing the doubleheaders, play doubleheaders and all that, things like that. But I keep trying to tell people that I'm not injured no more. People keep trying to bring that same narrative back, and I'm just like, it's cool, but I'm not hurt. I'm here to play.
And you play pretty well at that. Again, we love seeing it. I want to just ask again, the NBL, since you were last here to where it is now, a lot is similar, but a lot has changed, and we're seeing the NBA opportunities open up for young guys. No Rocco Zakarsky for you guys, but we've seen players who come in, have had NBA experience, get back there. What impresses you the most about how the NBL is currently?
The talent that we bring in there right now, man. The talent is unbelievable. You got guys in every position right now who can really score the ball, who can really lock up, who, are really like NBA players playing in the league right now. And I'll say the talent that we bringing in mixed with the talent that's already here, it just like jumps and bounds above where it used to be. It's sight and see in a league that is definitely evolving and definitely chasing greatness and things like that. So, yeah, bringing in that talent, bringing in the consistency from the players right now is just amazing, and it's competitive. Everybody compete, everybody want to win.
And it's fun to watch. And again, as we said, the parity of the league, Bryce Cotton speaks highly of that. Anybody's going to beat anyone on any given night. You've just got to finish in the top 6 and anything can happen to make a championship run. Case, before I let you go on with your day, I know you've got practice. I need you to rank these 3 things for me in terms of what would make you more nervous, all right? So number one is you've got a 50-point game and Ariana's going to interview you again. You've got to try and control yourself the next time after being professional with 1. Number 2 is Deuce wakes up at 3 o'clock and you've got to change the nappy. You rank those 2. I need another one. Those are 2 hard ones.
Oh, he was waking up at 3 a.m. for sure. That's number 1 above a lot of other things for real. Like that right there
keeps you grounded.
Yeah, you know about it, but that right there, that tests you.
Yeah. It doesn't get any easier as well, but it gets more fun. Casey, man, as I said, I think every NBL fan is enjoying what we're seeing right now, and it's fun to see from you personally. The Bullets are flying. Good luck this weekend, and thank you so much.
My God, appreciate you having me on, man.